What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Matt Guff from Buck Hill, and this is week 6 of Weekly Wheels. We have a lot going on today. We're gonna go check out a beautiful 1950 Styleline. We're gonna go talk with Allstate Auto Insurance, and of course, Utepils Brewing Company, and test some great beers. We do these Weekly Wheels car and bike meets every single Wednesday until September 14th from 5 until 8 p.m. here at Buck Hill. Come check it out. We have something owned by Red. It's a 1950 Chevrolet Styleline, but it's far from stock. Red, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Doing so good. Thanks for being out here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so we kind of came across this car because of one of our event liaisons, Jesse Garcia. He's like, hey, for this week we got a car, and I'm not gonna tell you about it until it gets here, and it's a beautiful one.
Thank you.
How'd you come across this, and what's the story with you coming to owning it?
So this car was actually owned by a local guy, Scott Corson, and Scott had it chopped at a car show in 2017 by a guy named Gene Winfield. They did it in 3 days. He was 91 years old when he did it, and he just kind of immersed this car from its stock form, and then along the way, started pulling parts and just trying to do a full overhaul. And I came across it in the middle of the build, and just right place at the wrong time. I was looking to get into like an old late 40s, early 50s sled, and I sent out a message looking for one, and Scott told me to come get this thing up, some assembly required. It was basically a shell on the hoist the first time that I looked at it.
Okay.
So over the winter I had some help getting it put back together, and just got it on the road just in time for Back to the 50s last weekend.
All right.
So,
well, it looks like it turned out pretty good. Now,
it did.
The one thing that, besides being chopped, one thing that people I think would notice first is that there's a lot of custom work, like no handles. The fenders look a little bit different, and the colorways. What can you tell me about some of the special things that have happened with it?
So yeah, it was shaved. The hood was louvered. The drip rails were shaved. The rear end during the chop didn't line up with the roof lines, so they reworked the rear deck, above the trunk, and they did everything so subtle that it looks like it should have came that way.
Yeah.
And then topped it off with 2 Lamborghini colors. The roof is Nero Noctis black, and then the gray is actually Grigio Telesto.
Nice. Those still the Italians, right?
Yeah, Grigio Telesto is the gray. So just an expensive color palette, but definitely really works well on this car.
Yeah, it sure does. Now, what do you think your favorite couple things about the car is?
One thing I'm really a big fan of is it's still period correct in the drivetrain. It's still the original 235, which is the inline 6, and it's got the 3 in the tree. So I just like tooling around with the transmission, the 3 in the tree, just kind of keeping it old school. A lot of the cars have been modernized with big LSs and big trans, so this one's still low and slow. So I just like cruising around with no particular place to go.
That's right, and looking good doing it.
The car does anyway.
Now, what do you think sets this 1950 Styleline kind of apart from a lot of the other great cars that you see at meets and shows? There's a lot of great cars out there, but
this
is one that just really stands out.
And I wouldn't dog on anyone because I love every car. This one's just got a really aggressive chop. So it just gives it a really nice body line, real sleek. Just that extra subtle work is just really what ties it all together, giving it, just that little bit different look from the next one. And it was at Back to the 50s this weekend, and there's 12,000 cars there.
There's 12?
And there's quite a variety of cars, and this one seemed to get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So there's just enough subtle work, and all of the body work and the chop alone just kind of really set it apart.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's funny because if you know cars as well as someone like Red and a lot of the other enthusiasts out there, you can glance at a car and know right away that it's really something special.
Sure.
Probably more than maybe the average guy or lady, right?
Yep.
And just looking at this thing here, it's like even I don't have as a tuned eye as you probably have. but I can see like it is a gorgeous piece of work. It really is.
Yeah, it came together well. They did a really nice job on it.
Hell yeah. Well, Red, I'm so stoked that you're out here at Weekly Wheels. Thanks for being out.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And hopefully we'll see you again.
Yeah, you bet.
All right. All right, here we are at Utepils Brewing Company's booth for the Tap Takeover. Every single Wednesday, basically for forever, we do tap takeovers where local breweries come in and take over the taps. This is Tony from Utepils. Tony, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you, sir?
Dude, it's good.
The beer tastes good, right?
You know, the beer tastes
music's good.
delicious.
Cars are good. Life could be worse.
This is my favorite. My favorite part of the week is Wednesdays because I get to come in and talk to great beer guys like you and taste some good stuff. Now, Utepils has a great location. It's in northeast Minneapolis,
Correct,
right?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so we are off 394 and Penn. So technically we're in the Harrison neighborhood, which is borders Bryn Mawr. So technically we are in Minneapolis, but we're a stone's throw from Golden Valley and Theodore Park.
Yep.
We are the 12th largest brewer in the state, and we butt along Bassett Creek. So we're actually the old Glenwood Inglewood water bottling company. So with that being said, we get all of our water from the earth. We're the only facility in Minnesota that's 100% artesian-based, aquifer-based. We are literally a water plant, and that's pretty exciting.
And that's why the beer tastes so good.
I don't know about that, so I would agree.
So one thing that I think most people probably note about Utepils is the name. And you told me a little bit about the background. What does Utepils mean, and why is it named what it's named?
Yeah, so Utepils is a traditional Norwegian word, and what it directly translates to is outdoor beer. But the essence of Utepils is the first outdoor beer in the spring after a long, dark, dreary winter. So we celebrate a lot of outdoor day drinking, such as right here. We celebrate traditional European beers, consumable beers, where you have 2, 3, 4, as long as you're driving home safe, obviously. We're a traditional European beer hall. Outdoor day drinking is Utepils in Norwegian.
Oh, I love that. And you were kind of saying earlier too that it's like you don't have a lot of sexy beer. You have beer that kind of lasts the test of time. It's nothing like too fancy or over the top. What's the story and origin behind that?
So we just analyzed the history of beer, and we've realized that triple dry hopped hazy IPAs with cinnamon have only been around for 6 to 8 months, and we have realized that traditional ales and lagers have been around for 2,000 or 3,000 years. And so we want to create really good beers, albeit one could argue boring, but that approaches the masses, that approaches the few. My parents are big domestic drinkers.
Yeah.
I love them to pieces.
Yep.
When they come to Utepils, they drink our Helles Lager, which you're drinking right now.
It's good.
Traditional German-style Helles Lager. Our sexiest beer is our Veracruz Lager with Lime. It's a Mexican lager with lime. The lime is very, very subtle. It's not sexy, but that's going to be as extreme as we're going to go. No sours, no triple dry hop hazy IPAs, traditional European beers that have lasted the test time.
Oh, that's great. And you know what's awesome is that anytime you come out to Buck Hill or Buck 54 Bar and Grill, you're going to find Utepils on tap. And hopefully next time you guys do a tap takeover, you guys will come out and check it out. Now, for all those people who love beer, whether it be the hazy IPAs or the Pilsners, what do you think the one beer from Utepils that everyone should have is?
The one beer across the board, our best-selling beer, is called Ewald the Golden. It's a Bavarian-style Hefeweizen. It's banana, clove, coriander. It's going to be a wheat beer. It's going to be comparable to Blue Moon in the sense that it's a wheat beer. It's our best-selling beer across the board. In my opinion, our pound-for-pound best beer is our Helles Lager. It's very crushable, very consumable. There's alcohol, and there's a lot of flavor, too.
I love that. Tony, thanks for being here.
Roast.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Utepils.
Thank you.
Peace. All right, we want to showcase one of our event partners here for Weekly Wheels, and we're sitting at the booth of Allstate, and we have one of the reps. We've got Eric. Eric, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, good, man. So tell me about why you guys wanted to partner with Weekly Wheels, and kind of what is it that you do here at Allstate?
Well, here at Allstate, we sell auto insurance for car enthusiasts and people that have cars and own cars. And we're partnered with Hagerty, so we're able to insure classic cars like the ones that you see here. And we just love the community and just like to be around and hang out with everybody and give people what we have to offer.
Yeah, it's kind of fun because I love the brand activation that you guys have. You're handing out a bunch of stuff, and you're handing out a pretty big prize. What is that?
We're handing out a $250 gift card, Visa gift card. You can spend it wherever you want. All you have to do is give us your name, phone number, and email address, put it in there, and we'll do a drawing, and you might win.
Now, do you guys do this every single, are you going to be here every single week? Or?
We are. We're going to be here doing this drawing every single week and handing out candy, koozies, bags, hand sanitizer, whatever you'd like.
Now, what do you think your favorite thing, as an individual, young guy, like what's your favorite thing about Allstate Insurance?
Yeah, well, I just really like the customer service aspect a lot, because any time of the day I can call and talk to a real person, not have to sit on hold or talk to a robot. And it's really easy to manage all of my insurance on the app or by calling, and then they're just always accessible, and it's great.
Oh, that's nice. That is one of the biggest hassles about insurance and things like that. It's like, you know, like sometimes you call a place, you get put on hold, you're not transferred to the right location and department.
Yeah.
But with Allstate, you can like get directed right to the right person.
With Allstate, you call and you're on the phone talking to your agent right away.
Oh, that's nice. Now, what locations do you guys have here in the metro area?
We've got one in Apple Valley, and then we have one down south in Austin, Minnesota.
Okay.
And they're both the Dan Spiegel Allstate agency.
Awesome. It's Allstate in Hagerty, right?
And we're partnered with Hagerty as well, yes.
Awesome. Well, Eric, thank you so much for being out here.
No problem. Thank you for having us.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you, guys. See you guys next week. What another wonderful week here at the Weekly Wheels Car and Bike Meets. Next week, June 29th, we'll be meeting again from 5 until 8 p.m. here at Buck Hill. I got to give a huge shout, of course, to our event sponsors. We have Twin Cities Harley-Davidson, Blackfire Creative, QA1, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Special Ed Custom Motorcycle Audio, and of course, Allstate Auto Insurance, a new event partner that we've added to the list. These meets are absolutely great because it kind of supports the vision of building a community around enthusiast interests of cars, bikes, and of course, trucks. Every single Wednesday, we have live music, cold beers and tap takeovers, and of course, delicious food by Buck 54 Bar and Grill. Come out and have a good time. Whether you bring your car, your truck, or your bike as a show vehicle, or you come as a general spectator, there's a place for you here at Buck Hill and the Weekly Wheels Car and Bike Meets. See you next time. Peace.